Hello. I know it looks very bright in here because it is daylight, and it is the only real alone time I have to record today and edit. So, let's go. Yeah, I realized while editing the last episodes that the game audio was a little bit louder than it should have been, so I decided to reduce the volume of the game a little bit, so hopefully it's better when editing and watching on YouTube. So, with that being said, let's turn the volume back up with my headset, and let's go where we left off. I think I think it was this one. Apartments 4F stairs. Oh no, it was this one because we were with Ryu last time. Yeah, we just saved. Hang on. We just saved Aya from, kaboom, herself. And we saved Ryu from being lost in the apartments forever, possibly meeting an unknown fate. And now we've got our whole group. We saw. This is embarrassing. What is his name? Anyway, the main bad guy, we saw a little bit of his backstory with his mom, and now we're continuing on. I think we're going to the pipes, or the pipe yard, to figure out more lore. So that's where we are going. Let's go ahead and, yeah, it's right there. All right, let's save real quick before we continue. I'm going to put it in memory too. There's a book. What's with this book? Looks like a storybook. Pretty bulky for one. I wonder if it has to do with why Yuichi called us here. What do you think, Shinsuke? Shinsuke? In the far-off corners of this town, I tried to remember. Why on earth was I still in Kawata Town and not on Dandelion Hill? All I knew was that I was alone. Next I knew, I was swimming in a great sea. I searched and searched. I was like a puppet in the blue sea of stars. Or perhaps I was Alice, looking around as she fell down the rabbit hole, wondering what was going to happen next. I love to swim, in the river and in the sea. A river ran through Dandelion Hill, so I always asked to go there and play. Yes, that flowering yellow hill you dreamt of. I know that what you and I desire sleeps at the bottom of that river. So let us go, for that river now becomes a blue sea of stars. Oh. I remember here. I remember in this space. It's in my house. Enter, please. Oh, is that my mum? Oh well, death is just inevitable, don't you know? Oh, this is me. I thought that was his mom. Maybe I was a childish brat, an unreliable. Oh, so it is a mom. An unreliable mother who you weren't sure if she loves you. But what's important still is that you're my son, and death doesn't change that. I'm sorry for all that alive stuff, so don't forget about your mother. What a weird thing to say, Mom. Cool. There's a door I'm not able to open. That is the cutest little window I've ever seen. Look at it. Look at the curtains. They look so fluffy like marshmallows. Is that a baby? I'm you, from birth to the present. I've kept this ever since I was born. A gift from the prince. Obtained the white rose ring. Come by whenever you're lonely. Okay. But bye. What if I'm lonely now? Alright, fine, whatever. What is this? Okay, so obviously up from this point onward, this is all new to me. Obviously, since I'm trying to get the other ending, and this is like completely different. Because I've kept everybody alive so far. All the towers of the storybook cried and sighed and moaned. Won't someone listen? No one listens. Can't I want normal? All I'm taught is normal. I like normal. I can't like normal? What's normal? You just say the same things again and again. And I'm here so lonely. I'd be here. Sorry, I had my window open and the noise scared my cat on the perch, so. This is the storybook world. A world born from the book's owners. I can guide you through the current owner's world, though the realm of his heart. But first, have you spoken with all the Santas? No. Please hear them out. Good day there. Welcome to Storybook World. Yes, a world from a story. It makes you just a little nuts. Whose book is this? Do you know? Who know? I do not know. Let's talk to the Santa. Whoa. 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 Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. I wanna talk to the snakes. Snakes look funny. I want us all to play together. I want us all to have cake. Maybe make mistakes be normal. Make lies be normal. Make inconveniences normal. Make bad things normal. I want us all to laugh together. That's why I'm always crying. Poor Santa. Whatever I say, whatever I do, I'm ignored. I cried. I got angry. I'm ignored. I made a fuss. I shouted. I'm ignored. These all sound like poems. Not the fun kind of poems, like just the... Everyone read this book. They read it and cried. So there's so much of it here. So much grief and despair. That is the storybook world. But he is a little different. His grief exploded. I think I talked to all the Santas. Then let the show begin. It's fun having to think of like voices on the spot for this game. Oh my god, I love this! Can I just stay here forever? Like, what the heck? This is neat! Speaking Period. There's many in the unusual world to see here. Here, all of the wonders of the world gather. Curious tales weaved with fear, madness, and mystery, unfolding before your eyes on this very mirror. Weirder than imagination, clearer than reality, may you relish the powerful emotions of each and every moment. Dreams come at no cost, so feel free to live an illusion. Okay. Yuichi Mizuoka's Comical Theater Part 1. Yuichi, that's the guy. That's the little boy. The mother abused Period. Oh no. My mama always looked so tired. Papa's always troubling her, and it wears on her bit by bit. And every now and again, she blows up. I forgot the voice I gave for Yuichi, I'm not gonna lie. So I'll just try. She throws things, kicks things, shouts and screams. And I'm always the target. She clings to me, sobbing. Once that's settled down, she decides she'll commit this time. She'll take out a knife or gather medicine to drown. Or maybe go jump off a building. I always stop her. I console her and show concern. And once that's done, it's off to the hospital. The doctor says nothing's wrong, and we leave the examining room. And then, without fail, she says this: "I'll hang in there." And that's the pattern. It's been the same thing over and over. You'll hang in there, but you don't. So don't say you will. That's terrible. That is absolutely terrible. So yeah, now I'm going to just read Yuichi's as like just dejected and just be like, oh, here we go. But still, that is just really awful. That is not a thing for a small child like Yuichi having to go through. Oh, is it just the same thing? Okay. Part 2. Oh, look, there's the pipes. Whoever I ask, the answer is the same. I don't really know. Ask someone else. I ask teachers and they just nod, trying to look sympathetic. It doesn't answer my question. Teachers say to ask lots of questions about things you don't know, but I can see there's no point. So there was no one I could rely on, and yet TV and books say things like, friendship is wonderful and treasure your relationships. Do those wonderful relationships actually exist in the real world? That is true. This kind of life that he was living does make him question, like, what's the point in trying to reach out to people, and if no one, like, really cares enough to even talk to him or answer his questions. Part 3. You know, there are books about adultery. Oh no. Yuichi, stop. They glorify it, and they go on and on and on about it. But they don't see a word about children. Sure, I guess kids can't meddle with the love affairs of adults. But when things go wrong, it's always shifted onto the kids. So why are we ignored? Why do they get to so into their affairs that they forget about me? Oof. Yeah, that's talking about the dad. Dang. Part 4. Oh yeah, once again, I'm having to look this way so I can record this monitor instead of over here like I usually do. So I apologize if it looks weird. One day, I asked Papa, when will Mama get better? And Papa said, she's not sick, so very soon. Are we talking about the same person? How is she not sick? It has to be some kind of sickness. Someone has to treat it, I thought. But the doctors and everyone else say, nothing's wrong. She'll be fine. I'm not sure. And what's Papa up to, handing me such a thick red storybook? Once I read it, Mama will be better. Even in 2nd grade, I can tell you that's absurd. I saw the significance in that. Oops, I didn't mean to skip it. Cowardly Papa doesn't want anything to do with Mom, Grandma, or me. I hate him. Part 5. Oh, did it say the finale? Yikes. Well, I mean, at this point, he must be, like, really just dejected from reality and being like, "Oh, yep, she's dead." It was the same as always. I was led around all over, and we ended up on a high-up roof. She told me about her discontent, and she said she was going to die, just like always. But I had had enough. It was then that I became able to use these strange powers. Suddenly, my head was filled with thoughts of killing Mama. And Mama stopped moving, so I pushed her right off the roof. Were you happy being born, my child? Those were Mama's last words. I knew Mama didn't do anything wrong, but I had reached the end of my rope. Very fair. And I suppose Mama, looking sadder than anything in the world, was scared. But I just thought, what do you want me to say to that? Onlookers gathered and whispered to each other. I couldn't get their whispering out of my head. Yeah. It's been a while, so I kind of forgot that tidbit that he actually, his own mom. It's just... I wonder if at the very end he didn't really see her as his mom anymore. He just saw her as this person who just kept repeating patterns and clinging on to her son over and over and over, and it just got to that point. And keep in mind, this is a kid. Regardless of how he acts or thinks, he is still a kid in 2nd grade. Anyway, part 6. Okay, so it wasn't the finale. Okay. Great. The 3 of us were going to sing at the town meet, so we practiced together. Our song was called World of Stars. Everyone in the family loved it. But when we practiced, like always, things would get stormy between Papa and Mama. When that happened, at once I would say, "Vamos cantar." And when we heard that, Papa and Mama seemed to feel better. Vamos cantar is just Portuguese for let's sing. I heard it on TV a few times. I got in the habit of saying it, not just to Papa and Mama, but when anything got gloomy. I came to learn that when I did something out of place or absurd, the mood would lighten. But is this really what I wanted? Oh, God. So, in addition to all of this, with feeling responsible for his mom's mental and emotional state, he was also self-responsible for keeping the peace between the family. Which, yeah, happens very commonly, but for a 2nd grader to think that way is just... breaks my heart. Along with the other stuff, yes. Part 7. Mama, I caught a butterfly. So you did. It's pretty. But butterflies die much quicker than humans, so I feel a bit sorry for it. Huh. I guess so. They say butterflies transport spirits. Could be taking a spirit to where it really wants to go. Maybe. Hey, wanna sing? World of Stars, you mean? You always want to sing when we come here. Let's sing! Okay. Let's start with our voice exercises. Oh, that's a nice memory. Is that the end? Now we're in a different story? It's Gabe Lesnar and Kiko Yamuta's Universal Radio Town. Now let's start by reading your letters. From Punta. Yesterday, my friend came over and brought yogurt. After eating, he checked the expiration date and it expired 3 years ago. Rotten. But my friend said was fine. Whoa. What do you think, Mr. Lesnar? Yesterday, a friend came over and brought Yaoi comics? After reading, she went on and on about her ships for 3 years. Rotten. But she was fine. Whoa. Oh, this music's really loud. Our next letter is from Ken. I've awoken to the awesome power of gay sex. I don't think I can read the rest of this, but thanks for your letter, Ken. Any comments, Mr. Lesnar? Let me have a look at that later. Next letter is from Yupuru. I dream of violating my uncle. Mr. Lesnar? Shut your effing face. Break to commercial. That was very uncomfortable. Oh my god. Oh, the light's on. I guess I touched the light now. What does the clown say? Okay, it's just the same one. Up ahead, it's super preachy time. Strap in, it's long. Saving recommended. What? Misha, what are you doing? Okay. Apparently, it's about to get really long. Oh. Oh. You can't even see any stars to wish on in this town. No. What I want, you can never find here. So, hey. Yuichi, I've got a lot of questions for you. You know what kind of place this is, right, Shinsuke? According to the Santos, it's a world born from a storybook. And that rabbit led me through the world of your heart. I've seen a lot. There's what the Santa said, and you talking about it, and you talking about your mom and dad on stage. Though there was some weird thing at the end. Oh, that's nothing. Huh. Well, those Santas are like the remnants of the kids who used to own this book. For some reason, this book has passed little hands through a generation of turbulent families. When kids read the book, apparently it comforts them. So the book is chock full of those kids' grief and lamentation. I am struggling to read for some reason right now. Lots of resentment there. And since you have this book then, your family too. Well, yeah. Papa and Mama were a match made in hell. Papa hated Mama and betrayed her every opportunity. Stay away, germ. You're just taking up space. Livestock shouldn't talk back. Then he'd kick things in anger. Made a lot of holes in the wall that way. Mama wouldn't say a word back, just cried and groaned. But I care about the two of them. I consoled them and tried to work things out. I was so hither and thither, even I got exhausted. That was about when I got this book from Papa. A red rose storybook with mysterious powers. Once it was in my hands, I saw its effects. Maybe I had just hit my limit. All that junk just kept piling up. Those feelings exploded to give way to destructive, negative powers. So then I killed Mama. And Papa next. Do you know why I did that? Well, you see, my papa and your mom were having an affair. Huh? Hey, are you sure about your wife? She went to a hot spring with a friend today. She won't be back for some time. But her son had the day off of school, you see. My son's off playing with his friends. He won't be back till evening. Well, that's good. Make sure no one finds out. Neither of us are single after all. Of course. I had just come home from lunch. For lunch. I could tell from their conversation that adultery was afoot. By the way, did you bring the diaper, the pacifier, and rattle? Of course. You really like the baby thing, huh? The fox lady on TV. He's mine! The scorned woman on TV. I'll never give you my husband! Women have sharp intuitions, so they were rather quickly found out. Mama pressed the issue. Why would you cheat on me? If this were some kind of soap opera, the husband would say, oh, forgive me. Papa was different. He just said, don't talk back to me. He got meaner and meaner until it didn't matter what he said. Mama couldn't say anything back, and she got more and more depressed. She wouldn't eat. The food wouldn't taste good to her. She didn't like to draw bloody crime scenes anymore. I'm sorry, what? Draw what? Look, that's beside the point. I guess. Anyway, Mama was tired from nursing Grandma as it was, and it all started to crumble. Now that I think about it, maybe Papa was irritated by her attitude when she was exhausted. That's no excuse to cheat on her. And whenever he was questioned, he'd shout, "That's some talk from a fat cattle!" Oof. That's about when the cycle you witnessed began. Mama had gotten ill, but not her body, you see, her mind. A mind illness? Yeah, that's what they called it. You think it's impossible, don't you? But when I looked at Mama, I wondered if her mind was awry, if it was some kind of sickness. It may sound strange, but it's not. Just like things can damage a body, so can things damage a mind. Very, very true. I'll bet there are other worlds out there where the existence of mind illness is fully recognized. Yet in this world, what does Mama have? I don't know. She's just lazy. Some real expert opinions there. If bodily sickness is recognized, why not the sickness of the mind? Do we only accept what we see, but not what we can't? I killed Mama with a thought still going around in my head. I had hit my limit too. I had been crushed. So I killed Papa next, with hate and bitterness. Didn't you seek help from people? I told you before, No one would entertain me. My friends, my teachers, my neighbors, nobody. In the end, I was just told this. Don't depend on people for everything. Aren't you just pinning the blame on others? Don't be a baby. Try harder. How can a child say this about his parents? I was just telling the truth, but others heard childishness and abuse. Can't I depend on anyone? Can't I turn anywhere for aid? I don't care about your empty words. Just help me. But that didn't get through to the people around me. I wanted to kill them. The lying adults and the children who danced to their whims, everyone. And I did kill them. Seeing their neighbors and friends be torn to pieces, the townspeople said, "Someone help! What did I do?" It felt good, honestly. It was quite a role reversal. Oh, but Fido helped me, didn't he? Always played with me when I was lonely. That was a cute dog. These people had as little sympathy for those seeking help as they did for criminals. If the world didn't want to be kind, I didn't want to be kind back. But in the grand scheme of things, it's just one selfish juvenile delinquent. Or I'm just one of those. But if I'm a criminal, then what does that make the people of this town? And please, spare me that "I think this is just a little more than delinquency" retort. But if no one's kind, then won't bad things keep happening? Sounds good on paper, don't it? But humans are creatures of emotion. I hate people who just barf out stock phrases like that. It's trampling on people's hearts is what it is. Really ticks me off. I've barely even got the energy left to look to others for help. So it's too late for kindness now. Yes, great sob story. Oh! Vamos cantar! Yuichi? 2 Yuichis? What is this? The one you've been talking to with the storybook is fake. Me, who just showed up, is the real deal. You're right. I'm not exactly the real Yuichi. But I'm not really fake, now am I? I'm the core of this world, the perfect crystallization of Yuichi Mizuoka. In essence, I'm another Yuichi. Well, for another me, you're doing things a lot different from what the real me would do. Maybe you didn't notice, Junsuke, but this guy is the one who showed up on the roof of the abandoned building. Maybe the storybook's power is going nuts? Well, I can always torch it if that's the case. Oh, Misha's down. Sorry. Got a little interruption. Aw, don't you mouth. But then you'll lose to its power. Save your worry. I've got all this sorted out. The friends game is over. I'm saying so long to this world. What? You don't mean... Right. I'm taking my own life. But I feel great. I can finally say goodbye to this busted place. No, don't say that! Why? I'm your enemy. You should be shooting party poppers and I'm gonna off myself. But hesitating because of what my heart there said? That's a big load of none of your business. I've long given up on that way of thinking. I was just a childish brat, blaming it on all adults in society. Of course I wouldn't be saved. The adults were having plenty of their own hardships, but hey, the thought of the children... Huh. Besides, all of this tragic character pass, just a bunch of text to smash through for the player, isn't it? Still trying to protect your pride? Huh? His pride? That's not what the real me thinks. It's all pretense. I'm your heart. I did what you really wanted. You wanted to talk to Shinzuki and tell him what I told him. Hey, hold on. But you couldn't. Because you didn't want to rely on someone else to solve your problems. You were scared of him saying, "What should I care?" Why me, though? You were just one of his candidates, Shinsuke. The rest? The members of the Friends game. The common point, save Aya and Shinsuke, was having parents like my mama who had a mind illness. Of course, Aya had the illness herself. And again, my papa and your mom were having an affair. So I wouldn't kill you right away. I gave you a chance to survive. Choosing Shinzuki, though, I don't know what to call it. Maybe it was weakness. Because your mom was cheating with my papa. I guess I should have kept quiet about that. Killing her like that and showing you, and finally telling you. It was selfish, but maybe I did that because I wanted you to sympathize with me the most. And maybe that's why I showed you the parts of my memory and kept the town's monsters from attacking. Hey, let's not go too far here. I wanted you to know me, Shinsuke. I sought you as my final savior. Nope, did not ever think that. Yeah, you did. You and I still do. Otherwise, this place and I wouldn't exist. My existence is all the proof needed. You're not listening to me. But those desires were crushed by the opinions around you. You unknowingly became convinced that you were the only one at fault. And so you gave up. This is getting kind of annoying. Won't you go away already? How would I go about that? Ah, I see. You exist because I'm deep down hoping on Shinsuke, huh? So I guess I'll have him get rid of me. Oh, okay. Oh no. Who knows what Yuichi's up to? Maybe I should just wait and see. What if I... Oh, I can't do that. Okay. Just block? What if I guard? Just keep guarding. They just won't do anything. Well, I don't want to just, like, straight up hit him. What if I keep blocking? Okay, so I'll just bash. Okay. I won. Calm down, you. I'm totally calm. Liar. Shinsuke. Huh? Look at us. What do you think of us? Just say it how it is. You seem more sulky than angry. But while Yuichi who wants to be saved and the Yuichi who doesn't want pity or fighting, and even became two people, and the no-pity Yuichi did some of the terrible things, I guess they're both Yuichi. In the end, I'm not sure I can ignore it like it's none of my business. Pretty straight answer. Never met anyone like this before. Have you, real me? You sure are nice, Senzuki. You feel that bad for me? I was sure you wouldn't trust me. I wanted to believe in you, but I thought to myself it was just a ruse, and you were just going to backstab me in the end. I would see how you would think that. And there's no change in the fact I did massacre the townspeople, so I'll just... Abracadabra, out of here! He disappeared. Where'd he go? Home, probably. There's the place where his emotions swirl most. I see. I'm going to go to Yuichi's house and... Oh, sorry. I'm going to go to Yuichi's house and try to talk to him again. I'm not sure what I can do, really. Well, thanks anyway. Do you know the fairy tale about the destined roses? Yeah. The prince of the white rose saves the imprisoned princess of the red rose from a world of darkness. In terms of that story, you're the prince and I'm the princess. If you and I are reborn as prince and princess, I'd sure like a fairy tale happy ending. Pretty cherry blossoms. Fake, though. Shut up. Still pretty. We should see some real ones next spring. We can all pack lunch and look at them together, releasing our worries in the water. I'd like to do that with you. So would I. It's a promise, then. Right. Next spring. Well, I'll let you out of the storybook world now. Regards to the real me. Right. Just turn around for a sec, okay? Time bomb set. Huh? 5, 4, 3. Wait, where did you... 2, 1. Time out! Time out! Shinzuki, are you awake? Ryu, Sayaka, Aya, and Hiroto and Ray too. I had the strangest dream, and you weren't there, and you weren't there, and you weren't there. We brought these two here. We didn't know what to do when you stopped moving. I see. Sorry to worry you. What on earth happened? Well... Recap. Bad memory, trauma, recap. Huh, I see. Yeah, well... I still don't believe anything Yuichi says. He could always be lying. It's because everyone thought like you that the town ended up like this, Ray. A little too kind, aren't you, Shinzuki? How can you be so nice to a guy who killed your mom? Well, I suppose we could go to Yuichi's house. Right, that's the plan. I think everyone should come along. Everyone involved needs to know. I'll go. I'm really worried about you. I can't just stand by either. Me too. I'd be a fool otherwise. Peer pressure, huh? Fine. I'll go. So will I. Thanks, everyone. Let's go. To Yuichi's house. Alright, I think this is where I'm gonna go ahead and stop the episode. This was a really long one, and oof. There was a lot? Jeez. I'll put it in memory 5. I'm actually gonna take this off. Oops. I'm actually gonna take that off for a sec. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will go ahead and record the next episode now. I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye!